All right, let's jump into meditation. Now, we've talked about mindfulness and how to implement and grow that tool, that strength, that skill everywhere in our life. But how can we pair it with meditation to create the ultimate mental mastery, mind shifting, energetic healing tool? Well, for me to really truly understand meditation on like a deep, basic, like cementing in my behavioral way, I had to really dig into the science behind it. So, the science behind meditation, positive psychology, and mindfulness is mind blowing. And if you are ever thirsting for more knowledge on it, please ask me. I have a plethora and a massive resource of materials that both my continuing education seems to fill, but also like the school that I went to was really, really great tool too as well. They have groups that continue your education and awareness, which is super dope. So let's dive into meditation and what it is. Now we're going to jump in for a beautiful little presentation on this one. Don't you love how I'm just kind of spicing things up? Sometimes there's a presentation, sometimes it's just an audio. You never know what you're going to get. But meditation 101, we're going to start at the basics because we seem to think we know what meditation is, when it turns out a lot of us just don't. So adapting the new normal with meditation. As you start to unlearn behaviors, or as you start to recognize the things that you do not want or don't value or no longer want to hold on to, you have to adapt into a new normal, which means you're going to have to grieve and let go of the old you and the old relationships you used to have. And that can be a tricky little situation when we have self-sabotaging behaviors and a brain that just keeps going and going and going. So let's start at the very foundation and basics. Meditation is about understanding and focusing on your mind. Literally all meditation is learning how to retrain your attention and put it directly where you need to. Focus is the key to success. Your success, no matter what you are trying to get in life, is inevitable, and focus is the key to have. You have to have the discipline to focus, and that's where meditation becomes a powerful tool, especially in business, career, manifestation, whatever development you are trying to have and grow, and whatever abundance you're trying to pull in. If you can focus and put your energy there, that is where success happens. And that's why really successful entrepreneurs, CEOs, multimillionaires, and billionaires all do something like meditate to grow their mental strength and capability. Like if you are a bodybuilder, you are going to grow your body and strengthen your body for your job, your goals, your career, your purpose, whatever that is. So if that's your goal as a bodybuilder, you're going to build your body. As a being, as a consciousness, if you are trying to grow and up-level your life, if you are trying to heal and call an abundance in, you have to master your mind, your body, and your energy. So you can learn how to heal. You can learn how to be still. We can learn all these incredible tools. We just have to have the discipline and the commitment to focus on ourselves. This can be used as an incredible tool for positive transformation in all aspects: mental health, mood regulation, self-understanding, mental mastery, even your ability to focus, and even helping with things like memory loss and sleep quality. Increases your concentration. Again, your success is inevitable. You just have to have the discipline to stay focused. And all meditation is every time your brain, your thought, your awareness goes somewhere else, you just grab it and pull it back. That's all it truly is. So incorporating a meditation or something small in the mornings, it literally can be 1 to 2 minutes, helps you prepare yourself for the workday. So at the beginning of the day or my workday, I will energetically reset my office, my mind, my brain, even if it's a minute or two sitting down or dancing or flowing or stretching, because meditation doesn't mean you have to be still. It's not about making things still. When you pair meditation with mindfulness, you strengthen your self-awareness. And remembering you are not what you observe. With mindfulness meditation, it's all about using your emotions as a signal to help you navigate your current life experiences. You are not your emotions. You are just the observer of them. You are the one who gets to fix and create and try to figure out what the pieces of the puzzles are telling you. So when we integrate mindfulness and meditation together, it increases not only our emotional development, but our spiritual and energetic development. And it helps our health so much in so many different ways. So there are so many different ways to meditate. There are probably over 20 top ones when I was studying mindfulness and meditation. But besides things like, it can range anywhere from martial arts with chi and all the beautiful fun stuff to yoga guided meditations, which is what I usually record. I have severe ADHD, and it can be hard for me sometimes to stay focused. So I like to have something to focus on. So this allows me and helps me go on that journey. And every time I'm listening to a guided journey and my brain wanders off, I just grab it and bring it right back to that moment. That action right there is growing that strength, building that muscle, that one lift or exercise, your one rep. There's the word I was looking for, to strengthen your brain. Transcendental mindfulness, there's all sorts of different types. You can do affirmations or mantra meditations. There's so many different types, and it really just depends on what your intent is. So you have to ask yourself, what is best for you right now? Or what is your intent to do it? Are you going to try to emotionally stabilize yourself? Are you doing it as a release? What is your intention for building your meditation practice? Because that will also depend on how you do it, where you do it, why you're doing it in general, and how effective it is going to be on your healing journey. So this is the biggest one that I hear all of the time. I can't meditate effectively because my mind wanders, or I just randomly have spontaneous thoughts like I can't focus, I can't concentrate. Over 70%, a majority of the people who meditate say they can't clear their mind completely. And that is because it's not the goal. We're sitting here focused on this, I have to clear my mind, I have to clear my mind, and not focusing on the actual skill that we're trying to grow, which is just learning how to grow our focus. We're actually just focusing on what we're not focusing on. Wow, focusing on the faults. Let's not, because that's not the point. So building a practice of non-judgmental, intentional awareness of the present is what mindfulness meditation is about. So if you are wanting to, which I assume because you're here, love bug, if you're wanting to truly build space of non-judgment and intentional awareness, of love and compassion, that is what your meditation practice is about. Have you heard of the 5 love languages? If you haven't, please go look them up, because one of those love languages, 2 of them actually, is incorporated in meditation. One is quality time. You are creating a safe space for your body and your energy to communicate with you. You are creating a safe space for your brain, your mind, your consciousness to expand. And that growth can be really, really uncomfortable sometimes. And that quality time with yourself is probably something your body and your energy has been thirsting for and hungry for its entire life. Because when we're feeling lonely and wanting to connect, it's probably because we haven't connected with ourselves in a very long time. When we're wanting to feel validated, we're told that we're beautiful or smart, attractive, successful, it's because we, deep down inside ourselves, haven't felt that way, because we haven't validated ourselves in that way before. So creating the time to sit down and meditate is a part of your self-care, because you're giving yourself that quality time. It's like when you're dating somebody or you're married. You want to give them quality time. You want to give them quality conversation. You want to give them words of affirmation. You want to listen and make sure that they feel heard. You have to do that for yourself and your relationship with yourself as well. So letting go of beliefs that you are not worthy, that nobody cares what you have to say. If you don't care what you have to say, why should anybody else? So take the time to sit down and listen. It's also going to help you grow your physical health. Promise you, it's really dope. Mind to body connection, your concentration, attention, memory, IQ, sleep quality. Fun fact, 91% of all insomniacs either eliminated or decreased significantly their sleeping meds when they implemented mindful meditation. Because meditation is about changing your state of consciousness. We have our awake, our front, state of consciousness. We have our subconscious dream. We have dream state of consciousness. That is what the symbol is. It's the 5 states of consciousness. And when we go into a sleep state, we're in a different state of consciousness. So if you have increased and grown that strength, that ability to meditate, to slide into different states of consciousness, sleeping is going to be so much easier and better and higher quality. You're going to be able to control your behaviors because you understand your emotional patterns, which helps you overcome addiction and chemical dependency, all the beautiful, fun stuff. So meditation is about your relationship with the moment. It's a gift, and you get to use it as a way to transform yourself. It's really dope because you have the choice to choose what you want to do with your brain. And it might feel like up to this moment, you never had a choice. Your brain just did what it wanted to. You have a choice on how you react to the emotions that come up within you. You go and choose your emotions, but you get to choose how you react to them. And it might feel like you're always going to react in a crazy and outlandish way, but I promise you, it doesn't have to be that way. So let's talk a little bit about reactive and non-reactive. Reactive is when we are in a state of using our brain. We look at something and we're being analytical about it. We're using our brain. We're making judgments, placements, planning, contemplation. Apparently I can't spell. So there's this whole, if you're afraid to get out there because of perfection, I want you to use this moment as a time to say, fuck it, and just full send, because apparently spelled that one wrong. But this is a place when you're reactive. It's like you're looking at a bunch of flowers and you're figuring out what color is it. Do you like that color? Ooh, that's Susie's favorite color. Maybe I should buy her some. Oh, I haven't sent flowers to so-and-so in a while, or no one sent me flowers in a really long time. You're responding to it. Heck, maybe if you see a big bushel of flowers, maybe you see a man with a big bushel of flowers, you might just assume that he's done something wrong. Judgment, planning, contemplation, intent. Non-reactive is looking at flowers and deciding to be non-analytical, to not think, to just be. You embody and bring your awareness down into your body to see how the flowers make you feel. This is a meditative state. It's like breathing for your brain. Now, think of when we breathe. We inhale and we exhale. Our breath is our most present thing. It is our connection to the present moment. Now, we can either be reactive and non-reactive. Reactive is our inhale. It's us, our brain breathing. It's us intaking. We're inhaling, we're taking in information and we're generating with it. Our non-reactive states is when we exhale and our brain can exhale. If all you do is inhale, 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 and inhale all day long, you're going to start having to juggle a bunch of emotions and energy inside you. And this comes into emotional overwhelm. And I know you know what this means. This is when we get to a point that if we don't have healthy coping behaviors and healing habits in place, it will send us into a self-sabotaging spiral and we will adapt and go into old habits that we used to have. So we have to let our brain breathe. We have to inhale and we have to allow it to exhale, get non-reactive, to meditate. Because if we're always inhaling, you're going to inhale and then eventually drop over and die. If you're always exhaling, if you're always in that meditative, non-analytical state, you're not being very productive and you're not doing actions towards your growth. We all know those people who just be and don't do anything. Both things, both parts of your brain, that exercise back and forth is how you start to grow strength in your brain and your emotional and physical awareness. Now, breath awareness to body awareness. This is when you have to allow your mind to just sink into your body and connect with your breath. Like I said, your breath is your most pure part of this moment, your connection to this moment. A lot of the times we are stuck in the past trying to correct wrongs that we've done, or we're obsessed and frozen in fear from the feared future, what may or may not be. Turns out 99% of everything that you worry and you think about are things that will never even happen. And that is exhausting. So you have to allow yourself just to sit and connect with your breath. And when you can sit down and bring awareness to your breath, you can open up communication with your body, and your body can tell you what's going on. So one great way to just bring awareness to your breath when you're, let's say, feeling overwhelmed, or you can hear the dog barking next door, when you're feeling incredibly overwhelmed, you can step back. Let's say you're in an argument or a big heated moment and you are just about to hit overwhelm because you're intaking. You need to step away and go maybe sit into another room, go to the bathroom, ask yourself for some boundaries and some space, and do a 1-minute meditation. What that sounds like is sitting down, closing your eyes. You could even be standing. It doesn't matter where you're at. If you have to go hide in the bathroom at work, you connect with your breath and bring awareness to your breath for 20 seconds. You then bring awareness to your body for 20 seconds, asking your body how you feel, what's going on, letting it process and go. And then for the final 20 seconds, exhaling what you're holding on to so you can walk back into a clear state. You can walk back into something in a non-reactive state to just intake, but not overwhelm. And we don't want to react initially either. That's why doing things like allowing yourself, like I need to go out and take a breath, a brain breath, to really allow yourself to connect with your body. So doing things like a 1-minute meditation, at least once a day, it's really great, especially using it as a tool. This is why we tell kids, like, let's take 10 deep breaths. And people are like, I don't feel better. It's not working. Like it's never felt better, right? When people always say, just take a deep breath, you'll be fine. When you start to grow the ability in your brain, you strengthen your brain to be able to tap into body and breath awareness. All of a sudden, you'll be able to get into a deep meditative state with just 1 or 2 breaths. When you can grow to a state where you're sitting in traffic and you're frustrated and you're angry, and you can literally breathe twice and just be meditative and relaxed. But you have to grow that ability. Just because like you walk onto a tennis field and you start playing tennis doesn't mean you're going to be professional. Same thing with meditation. It takes practice. Practice makes progress. Another thing to try is meditative listening. And I'll go ahead and drop the meditative listening exercise below, something to try, because it will increase the quality of all of your interactions and your connections. And if you're really trying to thrive in this life, the quality of your interactions and your relationships really determine what's possible for you. Now, in the next video, we're going to get into meditation myths and tricks.